Welcome back all for Ocarina of Time. It's been a while, but let's get back to it. I'm Idrin.
This is Roxy.
And this is Ambi.
And here we go, heading to Lon Lon Ranch. Taking a brief detour before we head to Kakariko Village to check out some stuff here now that we're on our quest.
Have some fun.
We looked at it a little bit before, but now Talon and Malon are back here.
Hey,
Talon and Malon.
Yeah, Mario and Luigi.
No, Luigi is the rude guy.
Yeah, I always say Talon and Malon.
Ah, yeah.
Sorry.
That's why they need voice acting in Zelda games. 100% voice acting.
Perfect voice.
Everyone greets you with, "Hello, I am Name.
Yes.
Welcome to Village."
Well, they are having voice acting in
Mumble. Huh?
Call of
Breath
the
of the
Wild.
Wild?
Already? What?
No, it's okay, Ambi. You don't need to do that. They're having voice acting in Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure. I don't know about Link, but I know Zelda, like, in the trailer, she's like, everything I've done was for nothing or some shit.
Wonder how they finally convinced Miyamoto of that.
The usual stuff, you know.
Yeah.
That everything she's done has been for nothing.
So we've got a minigame here.
I think there are more than 3 cuckoos here.
But there's 3 special ones.
Oh.
They're gonna get thrown into the mix and we've got to find them.
Mm. You know, the usual. Perhaps.
Yep.
Find the special chicken.
It's a traditional Hyrulean game, you see.
Are the super cuckoos these ones that seem to be just sort of like...
Yep.
Bobbing?
There they go.
Yeah. So you can't tell what difference there is until you pick them up.
Yep. You can see where they flew off by tracking their shadows on the ground. That's about all the hints you get. So that's how I found that first one there. Now I just gotta run around and find the other 2.
Oh boy.
I wonder how Talon parts them apart.
I don't want to know anything. Because, like, it's not visible to us how different they are, so, like, what if there's marking on the underside of the cuckoo?
Or maybe it's just an owner knows their mess. It's like parents of twins.
One has a mole on their shoulder and the other doesn't. My babies.
Yep.
What kind of laugh? That amused me.
Well, it was a good animation. So before I try again, I'm going to do things to make it a little bit easier. Once I can actually pick one of these up. So I'm going to clear some out. So let's skip ahead until I've done that.
You know, it makes me wonder if this is how he spends his day. Just throwing cuckoos.
Just in time.
Hey. Plum incredible.
I'm so proud.
Thank you.
The world's best cowboys. Well.
Say yes! Say yes!
That escalated.
Yeah. You gotta say yes. It's rude not to.
I wonder how she'd feel if she knew that her dad sold her off for cuckoos, basically.
Hey, do you want to marry this young boy? He's real good at identifying chickens.
He's real good at the chickens. Like, what do you mean the chickens? You know good.
You know, that's what girls love nowadays in Hyrule.
Chickens.
Yeah. You gotta show you can bring home the chickens.
Good lord.
But here's our real prize. A bottle of milk.
Where did he whip
That's
it?
a lot of hearts.
Oh yeah. Big
And
money.
there's 2 drinks, too. So, 10 hearts feeling.
Have we emptied the bottle? Can we, like, use it to store fairies in, or...?
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
So we get 2 gifts in 1.
Hey.
Sorry. Can't help it. It's just it's one of those songs that like
Yeah.
sticks with you.
I totally understand. And here's Malon.
This bitch.
Hey.
I like her. It's just when she's a kid, she's a little bit annoying.
Well, I mean, all kids are annoying.
Not me. Well, I wasn't when I was a kid, is what I meant to say. Y'all are so mean to me.
Well, I know I was. And I can guess that Ambi was.
I'm sure he was adorable.
And here's Malon's friend. She doesn't seem to like us, though.
She has friends. Again, I'm such an asshole.
What would sorry to say? So there's this thing here at the Ocarina, and it takes me a little bit of time to remember how to figure it out until Roxy helped me out while we were recording.
Mm-hmm.
So we can play this. But it does nothing.
Oh.
Because Zelda never does anything.
Not until Wind Waker, at least.
Yeah. Well, Wind Waker is like the best because she's not even Zelda. Like, she's not really Zelda in Zelda.
We'll get there, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if Ambi knows the reveal yet. So.
Wow, spoilers.
I'm pretty sure you do because you've been friends with me and like other people for so long.
But then again, it's Ambi. You know how much he listens.
I listened to it.
Wow. Wow.
I just forget it immediately.
That shade.
I know how that goes.
See.
And the secret is just talk to her.
Yeah. The song.
Oh, I just wanted to say hi there.
Whoa,
He's
damn.
fucking stunned.
Well, I mean, his ocarina just started glowing because he played a song. So, that stands out a little.
Doesn't it glow every time, though, that he does something like that?
Oh, this is only like the second song, though. And hey, everyone likes us now.
Now instead of running, she's just like, I want to be your friend. Here, let me shove you.
She's literally pushing him out of the ranch. Goodbye. That's enough. Yeah, Malon's she's a good kid.
Yeah.
Malon? Oh my god.
You're taking what I'm saying now.
Oh my god, I hate you.
I ruined you for it.
You have.
Oh, we both agree that it's Malone.
Malone.
Bugs
Like
Malone.
Sylvester Stallone.
So, now that we've got the song, there's another thing we can do with it. Let's head into the barn. There's Luigi over there, by the way, but we don't care about him. He's a jerk.
Watch what this kid does to the cows.
So, off screen, I emptied out that bottle. So we've got an empty bottle now. When we play this in front of a cow.
Ah, I see. The cows talk to us.
Yeah, the cow speaks English or Hawaiian. Common language? I don't know.
Hyrulean, I think, is the official name.
Fuck you. Fuck this whole game. It doesn't explain to me anything.
So when you play that song, cows give you milk. And they're very happy to give you milk. They really want you to have that milk.
Delicious.
Beautiful.
So we had a conversation before that it's a little creepy if a cow asked you to take milk from it.
Yeah, like, here, have some of my milk. Like, did you just squeeze it out of you? Like, I'm pretty sure you need to be, like, your udders need to be manipulated.
Also, I just realized you keep saying he, but that's obviously a female cow.
It's obviously just a fucking cow. It's not a bull.
So, she
Bull
did
milk
outright
is
say
completely different.
it makes her produce a lot of milk. So we know where that milk's coming from.
It's a milking song. Oh god, I don't want to. I'm not gonna keep going down this path.
So let's change the subject. Right now I'm heading up because Roxy mentioned before that she thought there was another entrance to the silo up here, so I'm going to check that out.
It's a long journey.
Yeah. That's the thing about this game. It really expanded everything.
The world actually seems like a whole world.
Yeah. Or at least a whole country.
You know what? That's a really good point to bring up because... Sorry, I'm eating grapes. That's why it sounds like I have something in my mouth. When you pull up the map, you do see that there's borders.
Yep.
So I've always wondered, like, if there will be a game that does mention something other than the Zoras, the Gerudos, that kind of thing.
Well, it doesn't go into other people's somewhat, but a couple of the Game Boy games do that actually.
Okay. Like actually mentioning that there are countries other than Hyrule.
Not just mentioned, you actually go there in the Ages of games. Those are the adventures of Link to the Past Link after Link to the Past, when he journeys beyond Hyrule to other lands.
Oh, okay. Because I've never really gotten into the GBA games besides A Link to the Past. A Link to the Past to me
really
is like
great.
amazing. Okay.
Yeah. And then you've got those people that say that Majora's Mask is just set in another part of the world, which makes no sense.
What?
Yeah.
But they literally show in the opening that it's a totally different thing.
Yep.
It's like, did you even watch the same game?
People are weird. So now that we've finished off our... Oh, go ahead, Andy.
Oh no, I was just wondering out of interest. Whenever Link grows up, does his movement speed go up, or is he always this slow?
I
little
think
bit.
it's the same movement speed. Maybe a little bit faster, but... Yeah. They do give you a way to travel faster, though.
Just wait until Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
You will be so excited. So excited.
And here we go to Kakariko Village.
Hey.
Are you ready to party?
Always. Death Mountain Trail starting point.
Yep, Impa told us about that. There's some stuff going on in Death Mountain that we'll have to go through Kakariko to get there. And this sign is immune to our sword. Damn. Well built. Here we go, right at dusk.
Honestly, I hate
nice.
this time. I hate this time in the village. It just washes out everything in this, like, pea yellow color.
A clock soldier.
Yeah. We've got to pay very close attention to the sun. It's an important job.
Maybe his helmet, like the plume there, isn't actually a plume. It's just a sort of like a
It's a
sundial.
sundial.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
So if they know that where the north of the village is, then they can just sort of stand facing there and then look and see where the thing lies.
It's pretty easy too. North is up. So they go into this a little bit as I talk to people, but this was originally a Sheikah village, the protectors of the throne, and Impa recently opened it up to others to let them stay here.
Huh.
So now it's open to all of Hyrule. Probably an after effect of the civil wars that the King of Hyrule recently resolved, part of the whole peace arrangement thing, where all the peoples of Hyrule are finally coming together.
I wish they talked about that more in the game, but I guess it just wasn't relevant to the lore.
Yeah, they do a little bit here and there, but not really deep.
Yeah, because, like, Impa is actually the last of the Sheikah.
Yeah.
I'd also like to point out that the Carpenter's boss is pretty eloquent for a man who looks like he's screaming 24/7.
Well, you can't judge people by their cover.
Yeah. And plus, you kind of have to expect they'd be screaming. I mean, look at these louts, just running around, not really doing any work.
I like how he runs though, because it's like there's like a weightlessness to him.
Chicken in a box.
Chicken in the box.
But yeah, it's a good run. We go to this classic landmark. I'm not going to even read about it.
Didn't even bother. There was no point.
Well, that's okay. We can fix everything.
Play a little ditty.
This is a lesser-known aspect of this song.
Well. Well of 3 features.
Only those 3. Nothing else. The chicken on a ledge. So you can see they're in the middle of building some more expansions there as well. Construction is still going on, as Boss mentioned. Chicken on the ground.
Ah. Some lawn mowing to do.
You know, that's how Link earns his keep.
He's not actually a hero, he's just, you know... a
Gardener.
gardener. That's the word. I was going to say lawnmower, but I realised that's a machine, not a person.
Oh no, not
The
this
House
place.
of Skulltula. You want to know what those golden ones are for?
Why is this place even a thing?
Welcome to Body Horror Central.
Look at this guy.
Look at this asshole. You know, he literally is an asshole
Whoa,
because he
damn.
got cursed for a good reason.
Well.
That's some curse, by the way. That's an impressively big one.
Yep.
But see, he says every spider of the curse.
Yeah.
Of the world.
Yeah.
So, like, is Hyrule truly the world?
Well, you know how people can be about big nations like this. Nothing else outside matters.
Christ. Way to put it into terms.
Oh. Well, it tells you if you've got all the spiders in the area.
Yep, it's a nice feature.
Radical.
More games with collectibles should do stuff like that.
I think most of them nowadays just tell you, like, how many collectibles there are in an area.
Yeah. And it's especially nice here because it does break it up into segments. It doesn't just say, okay, you've got all of them. And yep, it's a whole family.
Well, damn. That's rough, buddy.
I wonder how they decided that, like, we should put these Skulltulas in the game and have this curse actually be a thing. Why, Shigeru? Why?
Oh, Shiggy song. I had to get a close look at that for you, Ambi.
Stare into the void that are his eyes.
Get a nice look at this one, too.
I like the arm. The arm's a nice touch.
Yeah.
Oh, Adrian, did you try hitting them?
Oh, I didn't. I'll have to remember to do that next time.
Yeah.
Because they shouldn't live.
They're an abomination to man. They're a sin against God.
You know, sometimes you must purge things from this world that should not exist. To quote a great man.
To quote a great tree, I think you mean.
No, it was a man. York's dad.
Oh yeah. He didn't get treed.
Nah, that was... Well, should we spoil Deadly Premonition in this stream?
Probably not.
Okay. Stream, LP.
Trees are involved.
Yes.
I
It is
just
at least-
remembered! I was like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? The Deku tree? I don't remember that! Oh my god, okay, it's like Deadly Premonition just came flooding back to me. Like, I had a York moment there.
Hold on, someone's chewing us out for breaking and entering.
The
And
thing
then
is,
promptly
though...
just letting go.
It's a nice touch, but the thing is, the guy outside said specifically that Impa opened up this house for anyone to use, so... This guy's very possessive.
Yeah. She asked you about chickens.
Yeah.
She listened.
And I'm thinking this guy might be possessive because of this.
Right, who cages up a fucking cow, though? I'm like, who keeps a cow in the living room? Like, if the cow shits everywhere, that's gonna
Imagine
be
the
great with your
smell.
breakfast.
Even if they don't, just the smell of the cow.
Second of all,
I mean-
why is there a hole in the back of the cow's cage? Like, did
Maybe
they
that's
shove
how
the
they
cow
deal with that
through there?
problem, with the
Oh,
manure
God.
I mean-
issue.
Like,
No,
shove
look,
the cow
it's-
back through the hole.
It's brilliant because they don't have refrigerators, so how else do you get fresh milk for breakfast
That's a
in the
good
morning?
point. That's a good point.
You keep a cow outside?
It's convenient, though. It saves time.
Is that how you have warm milk in the morning by keeping it inside the house?
Oh, who doesn't love a good warm breakfast milk?
Ew! Pasteurize it or something. So unscientific. How do you make a cow, like, make chocolate milk? Do you feed the cow chocolate then?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I've got this place.
I love this place! It's my favorite.
The narrator doesn't know what's up with this place. I don't know. That's the name.
The narrators are like, I don't know why the fuck this is in the game, but it's here. You figure it out, it's not my problem.
You know, it seems like he already has the musical theme. He's got it down pretty well.
Yeah, it's good.
I think what he's
I
trying
saw
to say
there
is
was a
that
heart
it-
piece up there somewhere. But
Yeah, there is a heart. I think it's because as the windmill turns, that's the sound it's making, but like even though you hear like an accordion or whatever in the background, that's not him.
Well, he's got that music box that he's great.
Oh, right.
And that
okay.
sound thing spinning around.
He has like the bass chords down, but he doesn't have the melody, so he's trying to
that
figure
makes
out the
sense.
melody. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe he needs a little help in that department.
Possibly.
a little ocarina.
Ocarina is such a shitty instrument in this game.
What do you think about it in real life, Roxy?
Really hard to play, but good.
Oh, have you tried it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Well, I have like a 6-hole ocarina, but
Oh, neat.
of course they make like actual Ocarina of Time
Yeah.
that you'll see nerds
Is
wearing.
it one of
at
those, or is it
conventions.
just normal?
No, absolutely normal. Not this. Not this abomination.
You don't like that?
I do. I unfortunately have it associated now with like those nerds that walk around with it around their neck.
Oh,
And
okay,
they whip it out.
With
and
the
they,
fedoras. And...
yes, and they just
Yeah.
start like ocarinaing at you. Like, please stop. This is not the place.
Must have been a nice view. It's a good
Just,
observation tower up here.
They whip out their ocarina and you're just like, no, I will not give you a mask, please go away. I think that's a
It's
different
actually
game, but
Yeah. Good enough.
So I asked Idran here if he could possibly try to do a thing for me. And he just does like this roll effortlessly. And I was like, how did you not die? Because when I was a kid and I did that, it was a bad move. And I fucking I got a heart wasted out of it. So bad.
Yeah. The
And
thing
Idran,
is...
Idran was just like, you just press forward on the
Yep.
controls.
Roxy was
Thanks.
thinking it was a timing thing. You had to press forward at the right time to roll. But nope, you just hold it down while you're falling. You do it automatically once you hit the ground.
This game needs to get good.
Now I've got to find all of her Kukos for her.
This is the nervous lady
Wow,
that
cool.
the man was talking about.
Yeah. What's her name? You know, Roxy.
Anju.
Yeah,
Anju.
that's right.
Yeah.
Anju.
I say Anju, and then you're like, Anju. Christ.
Well, I've got the word spelled out in my head.
There's an H in there?
It's like Anna versus Anna.
Depends on whether they're Swedish or not.
For me, I always pronounce A-N-N-A as Anna and A-N-A as Anna.
Same. I was just gonna say the exact same thing.
Yeah. So because it's A-N-J-U, for some reason in my head that makes it Anju because it's only got the one N. Even though A-N-N-J-U would just look weird.
Anju.
I also don't remember what Japanese vowels are. That would probably be the real answer.
Probably, yeah, because I was just gonna think probably Anju because Anya.
Yeah. I think Japanese vowels are the same as Spanish vowels, though. So Roxy, you probably got the right pronunciation.
Probably. You know what? That would actually explain why, when I was little and I would try to read like Japanese words, it came really easily to me.
Yeah.
Just because I guess the vowels are the same.
Look what Kukos can do, by the way, Andy.
Yeah, I think you showed us before, but I totally forgot that it worked.
Toku
That was a
drift.
thing.
Cuckoo drift.
Tokukyo drift?
I think we were good at cuckoo drift, and then you ruined it.
Well, you know, that's my talent, ruining things. I always know what's exactly far enough to go, and then I push past that.
You know where the line is, and you just step right over it.
Yeah. But I can always identify it. That's the important thing.
Honestly, I love these carpenters. I love how they run.
I love this whole village. Really, all the people here.
Yeah, it's actually quite peaceful.
You can thank Twin Peaks for it. I think I
Really?
mentioned that before.
Why?
So, Link's Awakening was the first game where they really did the thing where they had a bunch of people with unique personalities that were quirky and whatnot. And the reason they made that change from Link to the Past to Link's Awakening, just missed that by the way, is because Twin Peaks was huge in Japan at the time, and the entire development team of Link to the Past was a huge Twin Peaks fan. They were Twin Peaks fans. So they decided, okay, Twin Peaks is this cool thing where every character has their own quirk, everyone matters, even the supporting characters, so let's do that in Link's Awakening. And
Wow.
that's what kicked it off in Zelda.
Wow. I absolutely love that, how, like, different forms of media are inspired by each other.
Yeah. It's like do you know what the origin of the magical girl genre is?
No?
Bewitched.
What?
Bewitched was huge in Japan back in the 60s, and the first magical girl anime was made by someone who was a big Bewitched fan, so they made an anime about a girl who was a witch and had to hide it.
Oh my god.
In the
so
magical
cute.
girl style, where she did have a whole transformation thing, she did use her powers to help people, all of that.
That's so good. I'm actually really pleased.
Yeah. It's neat how that stuff works. How people take inspiration like that.
Yeah, I think that's definitely reasons why you, as someone who, just for someone to be creative, you can't limit yourself to one genre, to only studying one form of expression. You have to really open your mind up to everything.
Yeah. It's also why I never get the people objecting to fan works. Because, I mean, most stuff that people make is inspired by the stuff that they love. Even if it's not necessarily so directly as a fan work.
Exactly. Well, I can understand if sometimes it's like, you know what, here, this is gonna fix everything that went wrong with Mass Effect 3. And, okay, I agree. but also, like, I feel like fan work should try to be more positive in that respect, like, well, no, maybe not more positive, but at least
they should
respect.
contribute.
Yeah, like, being respectful to, like, the creators for giving you something that is, that obviously had such a profound effect on you that you were like, you know what, I want to write for this, I want to draw for this, whatever.
Yeah.
And just running with it. I think when it happens like that, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I completely agree.
And
Wicked, for example, the musical is basically a fix fic for Wizard of Oz. Although
Check out that
specifically,
Kuko, by the way, some nice moves.
nice moves.
look at those biceps of hers.
Like Wizard of Oz, but specifically the stage adaptation of Wizard of Oz, because in the books, Elphaba is not green, so
Yeah.
it's only in like the stage musical that happens.
Or the movie, you mean? I think the movie is where that started.
possibly movie.
Like the Judy Garland movie.
Hmm.
Yeah,
We'll have to
I think Wicked's one of those things where officially, like for legal reasons, they have to say it's based on the books, but really it's based on the other adaptations that aren't really in public domain.
Yeah. And then Wicked started off as a book and is now a musical, and the musical is far more famous than the book.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to read the book, and I never got around.
I've read some of the book. A friend had it, and I read some of it while I was waiting for something, like the first few chapters or so. I really liked what I did read of it. Oh. See, that's love there.
Yeah, and then
Allergic...
it's fine glass. Sorry. Yeah, she's super allergic, but she takes care of her cuckoos.
Yeah.
But keep this in mind, how she says, like, you know, I'm so allergic to them, but I love them, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Also, Idren does a bad thing here.
Not as bad as the thing Amy's probably thinking about. But I just need to borrow one.
Just for a time.
Yeah.
Just for a bit.
She's like, oh, thank you so much for bringing back my cuckoos. And you're like, okay. You're like, oh, thanks. Jeez, thank you for this gift. And then immediately steal one of the chickens.
Gotta go back over to this stone, because there's a hole there in the ground that we can explore.
Goodbye,
See,
cuckoo.
I didn't leave it stuck back here. I let it out.
Let it fly.
Yeah.
Let it roam.
The Hidden Grotto. There are grottos like this all over Hyrule.
I really like the music for this because it kind of reminds me of the Deku Tree.
I think isn't it the same music?
I think so. You know what would have been cool? And I know it's absolutely impossible, but since the Deku Tree was so big, like, what if this was one of its roots?
Oh,
That
that
you
is a
fall
cool
into?
idea.
Yeah.
Not a bug.
Bug in a bottle?
That'll come up later.
And then he's gonna put that bottle inside a box, and then put that box inside another box.
Also a fish here. You can also catch fish in a bottle, but I don't do that here. Look at that fish.
Oh,
It's a good fish.
well, good fish.
It looks like that rainbow scale fish that, like, loses his scales or some shit. I don't know. Also, there's beehives.
Yep,
Is that one up in the top right-hand corner?
it is.
Honestly, it looks more like a wasp hive to me, but I hate wasps.
Aren't wasp hives more like white and not as like symmetrical? They just kind of go everywhere. Maybe I'm
well,
thinking specifically of paper wasp because that's what we had all over.
Oh, because I was gonna say, like, the wasp nests I've seen are, like, dark like that, and in corners, and it's just annoying, and I hate them.
Yeah, back home in Oregon, what we had were the paper wasps that make the white hives, where the pieces look like cylinders coming up, just stuck together.
Death. Destruction.
Yeah.
Burn it. Burn all of it.
Well, since they do basically make paper, it makes it really easy to do that.
They make paper.
Yep, their hives are essentially they chew up wood pulp and they make what's basically paper out of it. That's why they're called paper wasps. I don't know if anyone ever actually like harvested paper from that. Now I'm wondering.
Oh yeah.
And I
Ambi, did you see the cuckoo that was there? And the other cuckoos. So she loses cuckoos frequently. Even though she cares about them.
Yep, we
She's
just
a
come into
bad
a hole.
cuckoo lady.
Well, cuckoos are pretty wild though, and you gotta give them some freedom every now and then. This Garber's a jerk, so.
Surely her handwriting. This is Link. He is my friend. Please let him do whatever he wants.
The guy just laughs.
Wahaha.
What a guard.
But it's good enough for him. Oh, what if it's a Wario left?
So did he flip a switch, or did he signal a guard?
I think he probably signaled a guard when he did that.
Ah, okay.
Because, like, what if you accidentally walk over that and you trigger the gate anyways?
Unless it's in the spear. So the Happy Mask Shop is open now, he's telling us.
Special discount. Don't trust a hoe.
And this is something else. We also need a shield to head out. And you can get that discount now. Before, we couldn't afford the shield. It was like 80 rupees. If we went back now, we actually could get it at a much lower price, although we'd be able to afford it either way, since we got 99 now. But we'll get a shield a different way, and we'll see that pretty soon. And, oh, I jumped ahead a little bit because I misread. Now he tells us that the Heavy Mask Shop is opened.
Adrian's just being prophetic.
Yeah. Well, this is what you get when it's not live.
If you don't feel like it, that's okay. So he's asking for a mask for his son.
Yeah, his son.
His son. Quote unquote.
His son.
I like how he says, "This is my job." But like, it sounded
So
like he
let's
was
check
having
out-
fun before that.
Yeah. So let's check out the Happy Mask Shop. Look at this guy.
Hi.
What do you think, Andy?
He seems really happy and, you know, helpful and lovely and nice.
The perfect guy to run the Happy Mask Shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. He lends us a mask, we sell the mask.
And then we pay him back for the mask. So it's like a third-party middleman type quest thing. You can also just keep the mask with you and just talk to people while you're wearing it and get their reactions.
That's a good hint.
Yeah. We go our first one. This fad hitting Hyrule of Keaton. A fox guy with a slight resemblance to Pikachu. So we'll take care of that later. Here we are back at Kakariko, and we're going to go ahead for that shield thing.
I like how Navi just has so much to say, but we're just not listening to her right now.
Well, you know how kids are.
Does that mean Navi's our babysitter?
Yep. That's kind of a little bit how I've seen it. Here we are at the Kakariko Graveyard.
One of the creepiest places. When I was a kid.
Yep. Just one of. There will be many more, Ambi.
I like that the fence covered his face.
The heart-pounding grave-digging tour.
Yep.
My cute face. Aren't I adorable?
Oh, look at that kid. He just wants to be scary. And we can't mess with the gravestones because this kid's here.
Rude.
Even if we're further away. He's watching. So who's the rude one, the kid or us?
Obviously the kid. We're a protagonist. We're automatically in the right.
Ah, that's true. So let's go ahead and jump to night. Kid's in bed now. We've got the gravedigger, Dompe. Yep, that's a gravedigger.
Hi, my dude. My friend.
You look at that guy and you automatically know, no matter where you might see them, they're a gravedigger.
They're a gravedigger.
Yep.
That or they're only seen at night.
Yeah.
Oh, his face may be scary, but he's not a bad guy.
He's just doing his job.
Yeah.
And
In
he's
his side business. Yeah.
It's
After
not
we're
really
done.
a side tour. I mean,
So the
side
tour
note.
is that he digs randomly in the graveyard, and if he finds something cool, you can have it.
10 rupees for one hole. Okay.
Just what? Nah, I'm near.
Yeah. So now that the kid's gone, we can go ahead and mess with the gravestone. Stompy doesn't care.
Wait,
he just digs the grave. He doesn't fill them.
He's digging up the graves?
He's digging something. I mean, that's what
Because
he's doing.
it's grave digging tour, but when
Yeah.
he dug up the grave, there was nothing in there.
Well, he just did the single shovel, though. But people are probably pretty low. I mean, look at this hole under this gravestone.
Deep hole.
Wonder how long it took Dompe to dig this out.
Couple years. I also like how the kid's like, don't mess with me, I'll tell Dante. And then Dante comes and he's like, I don't care.
Hey!
Hey,
Big boy shield. Big boy shield.
Appreciate it.
Yep. And you can also see there's a weird-looking wall behind there. Keep that in mind for later. And some bones.
Some good bones. It smells like
Gotta
a
have
bone
some
room.
bones.
Good bones.
The air smells calcified somehow,
Smells like bones.
which is calcium.
Yeah. I was making another game reference.
Smells like bones.
Look at those bones. And the Hylian shield is a little bit big for us, so we can't hold it out in front of us and actively block like you can with the Deku shield. What you can do is crouch down and protect yourself from attacks that way.
Huh.
This shield is fireproof, the Deku shield isn't. If you get hit with a fire attack while you're blocking with the Deku shield, it burns up.
burns.
You lose it.
It's gone
Ooh,
forever.
damn.
Yeah.
That's rough, buddy.
Just like your dignity.
And we've seen these places before. Bugs like small holes, so let's let this bug explore this one. And let's go ahead and get infinite bugs. You catch one, and there's 3 when you let it out. So, you can never run out of bugs if you're careful. Little bug, let a gold Skulltula out.
I feel like the little bug probably pushed the Skulltula out, like, this is my house now, get out.
Yep, exactly. And every one of these patches that you see, if you drop a bug in it, a gold Skulltula will come out.
And the thing is, you can put things other than a bug.
Yep. And that'll also come up later. So keep that in mind too, Ambi. I hope you're making notes. I hope you've got like a
A
notebook
small
in front of
notebook,
you.
yeah.
Of
Because
course.
you will be tested on this.
We'll come back to it later in the next episode, and we expect you to know the answers. What can you put in a hole? That's the exact question.
I mean, there are many answers to that.
Exactly.
No.
So we expect all of them.
Yep. Every single thing. So you can hear that Skulltula crawling around, but it's up too high in the wall for us to reach, so I just ignore it.
Can we not shoot it down?
You can shoot
Well,
it down, but then you can't reach
get
the
it
token.
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
You would
The
need
token's
something to
too far
bring
up.
the token. It's all.
Yep. Let's check out this one. Oh, hey.
I hate it.
The fuck?
You hear that, Am?
Turn around.
Don't want to.
Leave this place. Adrian, this just brought up our LP from PG to rated R.
This, Ambi, is a Redead.
So
Oh god,
now
its
I'm
arms
dead
are
or
moving.
re-dead.
Its arms are moving. No, no, no! He's been blinking this whole time, and all of a sudden she's like, "Hey, listen before you go forward.
She doesn't want us to mess with it.
Don't poke it with a stick." Oh my god, Navi, that was useless.
Oh, Jesus.
I fucking hate this.
Well, only one thing to do. Stick.
Or sword. Check that out, Roxy.
Oh, effortless. So good. I'm so proud of you that, like, you rolled. Did you roll past? I don't even know. It happened
Yep.
so fast.
Yep.
Look at its face. Oh,
Well, bye.
it melted into the ground. Oh, delicious.
Bye. Oh.
But yeah, those fuckers. So
Yep.
because Adrian was so skilled, he couldn't show you what happened. We'll just save that for another time.
Yep. But yes, those are the
Rebids.
second most horrifying enemy in Ocarina of Time.
Oh, okay.
You remember what number 1 is, Roxy?
I think automatically it came to my mind what number 1 is.
And here we get the other thing in the graveyard. You might remember these from like the past. A Poe. Whenever you disrupt any grave that doesn't have a hole underneath it, a Poe comes out. And like Navi said, new Z targets don't really disappear, so you've got to take care of them without Z targeting. If you get too close, then they'll swing their lantern around, try and hit you, and when you do hit them, they run away.
They're so cute though, because as they're backing away, they're like, no, 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 no.
Yep.
Nami, no, 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 no.
You also see that since they're ghosts, they can just face through matter like that fence. And I try to slingshot it here, and that hurts them too. But they're kind of quick, so it's hard to get them without a Z target. When you kill them, you leave behind a spirit.
Oh. Okay.
I think this is a... So collecting Poe spirits is something you see in later games too from here.
Yep. So I'm going to empty out a bottle, because you can catch this. Now, unfortunately, I was a little bit too slow. When you hear that cackle, that means that the spirit's spinning that.
We lost the bugs for nothing.
Let's go ahead and take on a different one. And thankfully, bugs are everywhere.
I mean, this is true.
For a moment I was worried that the spirit was going to get stuck on the ground.
So was I when I killed it. There it is. You can see it in the bottle there. See, you don't actually kill the Poe based on that bottle icon, it looks like. You just decorporate it. Because that's a full Poe in there, it looks like, just squished. Yep. And here we've got this Triforce panel on the ground. So I jump ahead a little bit from how you're supposed to uncover this, but whenever you see a Triforce panel on the ground, and it seems like a royal family-related thing, play the Song of the Royal Family and something will likely happen. And you might have noticed also, by the way, that it's raining here in this part of the graveyard.
Interesting.
Ooh. Look what the fuck you did, like.
You're gonna have to carve a whole new one now. We've also got these two, the Royal Composer Brothers.
I really love these guys.
This is Flat the Younger. Poe of the Graveyard?
They're like boss pose?
Not even mini-boss, really. They're still as strong as normal Poes, they're just special, and something special happens when you use this one. And you can see their lantern attack there. This one's happier.
Yeah, you killed me. Unbelievable.
I like the implications there. That ghosts don't like scaring people. It's just their job.
Hereditary mystic powers. Does that have to do with the Triforce then?
They are connected to the Triforce. And connected to time. Remember that the royal family is pretty strongly associated with the Triforce of Wisdom, which is the Triforce of Nehru, who also covers time. And this is evidence, by the way, that Ganondorf has been doing stuff for a while, because they had to have died a while ago.
Yeah.
So he's been planning stuff for some time. That was Flat the Younger. Over here we have a tombstone of Sharp the Elder. Do you get it, Andy?
Yep.
Okay.
Flat and sharp.
I mean, the reference.
The younger and the elder?
I just meant Flat and Sharp. Is there another reference there that I missed, Roxy?
No, that could have been... Actually, that's really smart. Like, what if Sharp was the older brother and Flat was the younger? But...
I mean, there's also... Was it Pliny the Elder and Pliny the Younger?
Yeah.
And, who is it? There's an English politician from
Pitt the Elder and
Cromwell's
Pitt the Younger.
time.
Yeah.
Pitt, yeah, that's the one.
Yep. I think they were just older and younger brothers, though, so I think Roxy was right.
Mysterious powers. But, like, was this mission given to them by the royal family?
I think so. They served the royal family in addition, so this was something they were supposed to study to, I guess, unlock the power of the Triforce that they were connected to. And then Ganondorf got word of it, and since his whole thing trying to get the Triforce, apparently he tried to get the information out of these guys, they wouldn't give it up, which is pretty good on them, and so he killed them both. And no one made the connection to Ganondorf, it looks like.
Has nobody talked to these ghosts before? They seem to know it was Ganondorf.
Well, I'm not sure if talking to ghosts is something everyone can do, or if it's something special because of Link. I imagine it might be a Link-specific thing.
Possibly.
What do you think, Roxy?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's not something I ever thought about before, but that is a good point. And here we have another classic Zelda enemy. We saw a few of these in Link to the Past. We've got Keys. They're bats.
Very fragile.
Yep.
Well, if you, like, can hit them, it's because, like, since they're just hanging on the wall, I think it's easier to hit them. But when they're flying around in your face, forget that.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys. Also, I do like the bones. They're good bones. There's an actual skeleton! Look! There's an actual skeleton and a human skeleton!
I don't know if it's a human, it seems to only have one eye.
It's a human skeleton! There's
No, that's
two.
the nose hole, Ambi. You can see the divots above the nose.
Oh, okay.
And you're the biologist.
Well, I mean, all the others have, like, holes for eyes, so...
That's what I'm saying! What are these skeletons?
Shine light on the living dead.
Who is the one human who died here?
I don't know, I like to think they're just all humans and just... I chalk that up to the game. Here
Fear.
we go. By killing all the keys, we open this door, and you hear it again.
Oh, God.
Only this time, they're not just sitting and waiting.
So, what do these Redead do? Oh, God.
Let's try killing them from afar? Nope. Nope.
Just totally enraged.
Gotta take them close up. So maybe we can just slip by. So yeah, if they catch you, they see you, they scream, and the scream literally paralyzes you. So I was lucky there, because I just kept on moving. But if they do catch you, that's when they attack. What Roxy was talking about earlier.
You have to let yourself be attacked at least once.
I will
for
at
him-
one point.
For him to see how scary it is. It changed my life.
Give peaceful rest to the living dead. So kill the re-dead?
Yeah. Well, it doesn't just do that, though. There's
The secret
Only
melody of the Composer Brothers.
This is the
Force-
one they talked about, the
force
control time.
Okay, but this is some bullshit because if you see on the wall, they only have 4 lines in their staff instead of 5.
Hey, different cultures have different musical notations.
Well, of course, but I mean, why isn't it the same when you play it?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Well, no, but the Composer Brothers were Sheikah. Link is Hyrulean.
Yeah, but how do you automatically know to translate it? Like, what training, what education do the
See,
the
Link
Valkyrie
doesn't
get?
know doors, but he knows musical transposition. That's a good point. I don't know.
They
Doors
dropped
are
the ball on
strange
this
magic.
one.
So, can we take the fire from that room into the previous room, or...?
You know, that might be a way to do it, actually. I don't know if that's intended, but there's an easier way to do it that I will do later. So instead, we play the Sun Song here. It does 2 things. This is one very nice aspect of it. The light of the sun freezes the living dead.
You can use this to brutally wail.
Yep. So let's give them a peaceful rest. And it does have a time limit, so I'm replaying it here just in case. Unfortunately, you didn't hear the sound. That's because it turns out you actually can't refresh the duration like that. You've got to wait for it to run out and then blank it again.
Yeah, so you got to keep on your feet.
Yeah.
Both these really are pretty sturdy.
And you can see that that one woke up and it's starting to walk. The fact that I froze it got its attention. And I slip up a little bit trying to play the song, but I get it.
He's doing a shuffle.
The Re-Dead Shuffle. And if this, by the way, gives you some questions about the Sheikah, it very much should. That's something else to keep in mind for later, Ambi. The question about why are these creatures in the Sheikah graveyard?
It's like, were they forced to stand guard?
Or is that just what happens to Sheikah when they die? They have kind of the same sort of face shape, so...
It looks like it might be some kind of burial mask that they're wearing. I never been able to be sure if that's like supposed to be a corpse visage or if it's like a burial mask.
I thought it was like a burial mask.
If that is just the face of the corpse, that might even be more terrifying. And it's morning again, because we played the Sun Song a few times in there, and that's the other purpose of the Sun Song. It advances you forward to either the start of the day or the start of the night.
Rip.
Rest in pepperoni.
R.I.P. in peace. So I think we hit all 3 of the R.I.P. memes there.
Yep.
And so while we did see the village in what was technically day, let's check it out at night. So if you're in an area where time doesn't advance, it just teleports you like this. If you're in an area where time does advance, you can actually see time rush by you and change from one to the other. I'll show that part off later. And you can hear that now that it's night, some stuff has come out here. I've said this before, but I really love the audio in Ocarina of Time.
You can, like, there's like 2 degrees of shuffling it's doing.
Just the environmental stuff in general. Like, you can hear the caws of some bird here. In the morning, you can hear the chirping. It's really neat. So there are a few Skulltulas here. There's also a few people that have come out now that it's night. This here is the carpenter's son, the lazy guy that he mentioned. And here we've got an emo.
Well,
A genuine emo. Actually, I think you can't tell there because it's dark, but he has a mohawk, doesn't he?
I couldn't tell either. We'll have to take a look out for that when we pass by him later. Right now I'm on a Skulltula hunt. There's another one right up there.
Wow.
It's a nice surprise if you don't know about it and you're climbing up that tower.
Right? You just face your Skulltula and you have to jump off. That's my life.
Thankfully, they don't do the charging thing that the normal Skulltulas do. They just sit there, and the only way you can get hurt is if you run into them. You can also do that, by the way. If you're falling and it's a long enough ladder, if you're holding up, you can actually catch yourself on the way down. It's kind of neat. I don't remember if this one puts us at 10, but I know we're over 10 at this point. So, after we get a few more, we'll be able to see what happens as the curse slowly lifts. So I wonder if the others in the village know about the Wholesome Skulltula, or if they just avoid that place.
probably
What
just
if-
avoid it.
What if, by them being cursed, it kind of erases their memory from everyone else's in the area? Like, who's
Ooh.
like they're just like, yeah, that house is abandoned. We don't know what happened. Just
I like that idea.
yeah.
They aren't even people anymore, not even historically.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So-
a very unknown armies thing.
Yeah. So somehow Link can just go in because he's never experienced that, and he has.
Also,
a
he
Triforce
is
of
the
courage.
hero.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
literally the hero.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have the Triforce of Courage yet, but he is linked to it.
Oh yeah, he is actually Link. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if I can do this. Ah.
Too much heft. Gotta just judge it right. Oh, oh.
I lose patience. Well, Link's a kid. He loses patience quick. He's like 10 years old right now, I believe. Maybe 9. Which, by the way, keep in mind all the stuff he's doing at like 9 or 10 years old.
Pretty successful kid.
Yeah. We're up to 13. So I think now we head up to the house. But yeah, Roxy, did you ever read up about how werewolves work in Unknown Armies?
It's great.
No, actually.
So what happens is when they're in animal form... So I'll go into the origins of werewolves later because I don't remember the details. I want to look that up. But basically, one of them's free now. But basically, because the universe doesn't know how to understand the idea of something like an animal soul and a human soul sharing a single body, when the werewolf is in animal form, the universe treats it as though they were always an animal. It literally rewrites history such that this person was always an animal. And when they change back to human, it rewrites back so that this person was always a human.
That's amazing. So it just can't accommodate for something that's in between.
Yeah, the universe doesn't know how to handle it. And when someone's killed in animal form, then they're always an animal throughout all time. The funny thing is, when someone does something that's impossible for a human, people remember that the human did it. Like if it was a werewolf with a bird form, they remember seeing a human fly, but it doesn't occur to them as weird until someone points it out to them, because that would cause too many questions in the underlying structure of the universe if they realized it was weird. So they just
So
go,
it's kind of like tearing the fabric of reality.
kind
then.
of,
Yeah.
pretty much, yeah.
And particularly because you did it, or people did it. Specifically, if somebody who knows the werewolf, or like the lycanthrope, as a human, sees them as an animal, they instantly become a human, and retroactively have been a human the entire time.
Yeah. So I jumped ahead to daylight because I took care of all the nighttime stuff. And while we were talking there, we also picked up the adult's wallet, so now I can hold more money.
Hey.
We can go up to 200 now. There are 3 levels of wallets, I believe, and they don't all come from the house. I think that's the only one that actually comes from the house. We got the adult's wallet. There are 2 more that I can't remember the names of offhand. I believe the second one lets you get up to 500, and the third one lets you get up to 999.
You're a fox.
Yep. This is the mask we got from the Happy Mask Shop. This guy wanted it for his son. For his son. Oh no, I don't know what that is. It's key something, right?
Key
A
something.
Pokemon?
It's popular, right?
Well, the key is actually based off of Japanese folklore, isn't it?
Yeah, Kitsune. Yeah. You meet an actual Keaton in Majora's Mask, but here it's just like a popular fad among kids right now.
Yeah, I just
So
mean, so, you know, the Pokemon reference isn't...
Yeah.
We know it's not
It does.
actually
It does
Pokemon.
look a little Pikachu-like, though. The face.
How dare you.
Well, it does. Look at it. It's got the ear
Pikachu
thing.
has a round face. That is an oval face.
Besides that, though, it's Pikachu adjacent. So
Ow.
it's a good thing. It's a good thing we gave him that mask for his son.
That they
His son,
immediately
but
put
he
on
wears
and began
it, yeah.
wearing.
Here we go to Death Mountain. Remember Tektites in Link to the Past? They're back.
Oh god.
And they are very annoying to deal with.
Oh god, so many.
And you can hear that Skulltula, but it's hidden, so can't get to it right now.
Whoop. So bouncy. Ah, they're with the sticks. Excellent. It's a big rock. Dodongo's cavern. Hi.
He's a good boy.
So friendly.
I love them. They genuinely look super happy.
Yeah.
They're good boys. They're like rock onions.
Many Dodongos. Many Dodongos. What are Dodongos?
They are reptile people that live in volcanic areas and breathe fire. They're a bit explosive, and well. So this was the main food source for the Gorons, and apparently Ganondorf came in and sealed it off.
Rude, huh?
So he's
I also
essentially
like how-
starving off of people.
Yeah.
I do also love that Ganondorf's magic power of really big rock. It's a very practical magic.
Yeah. But yeah, he's really devoted to getting the spiritual stones. He cursed the Deku Tree to try and get the spiritual stone of the forest from him. The Gorons are another people that hold a spiritual stone, and that's why Ganondorf is trying to wipe them out, so that he can just stroll into their city and take it. They also like doing this, Gorons.
Whoa.
He has to get to work on time.
Yeah.
Roly poly.
They're basically rock people. So they eat rocks, they are rocks.
Rock onions.
Rock onions.
It'll catch on.
But
They have layers.
Gorons have layers.
And let's show off the time thing here, by the way. Now that it moved over to day, you hear the Pugo call. You can see that sky up there. And the shadows and the light.
Oh, that's really neat.
Here we are, Goron City.
Hey. So nice.
I really love this city. See, I really love how evil Ganondorf is in this. He's just so villainous, especially compared to Link to the Past. I mean, he did do some things in Link to the Past, but he mostly just hung out in the Dark World the whole time and sent in armies. Here, he's actually doing things proactively to try and get the Triforce.
Running around and being a dick.
Yep.
I think it's, like, different from being a dick. Like, and then being just evil.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Although he is both, I think.
Yeah, he's both, but, like...
Yeah.
Like, I think Ganondorf really takes it up a notch from being a dick.
Yeah.
Also, if you've noticed, the Gorons have, like, really big bodies, but tiny little legs that they tuck in to roll.
Yeah, I know how much you love non-human biology, Zambi.
Oh yeah. Always great.
Oh
Got
my
this
god. Adrian, what if those are their skeletons?
In the... Well, why would there be Goron
I
skeletons?
don't
in the
know,
sheep?
but just think about the anatomy!
It doesn't really make sense, though. They don't have the onion spikes.
The onion spikes isn't bone structure.
Now, do we... It could be.
No, it's just the way their, like, their hair just kind of lumps. Like,
But they're rock
comes to a
people.
point.
Why would rock people have hair?
Maybe it's moss.
Moss has hairs. Look at him.
I guess I can't say it's impossible.
Just look at him go.
Whee. Gorons just love to roll. And they love eating rocks.
I can't
So no-
remember if you got, like, hit by one of them.
I did on
Like
the way
here.
up earlier, but not here, I don't think.
Okay.
Goron pot. And the layout of this place is really nice too. The murals on the walls and multi-level way it's built. It's all really cool. I just thought of something. We learn later that the Gorons don't know anything about plant life, so what do they make the ropes out of?
Okay. Again, when you come to it, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
That I've been waiting for this.
Okay. You got an idea?
I have a perfect explanation.
I was thinking maybe Tektite silk or something, but I can't wait to hear yours.
Perfect explanation. Also, look at the dancing Gorons! They're so cute! I love them. If I could have wallpaper like that, that would make me happy. Just dancing Gorons.
You do have a new place. I'm sure somewhere, Prince.
Ambi, can we have dancing Gorons?
Of course.
They're so cute! I'm happy.
You hear that subtly, by the way? Very quiet?
In the background.
Does it sound familiar?
Yeah. The Lawn Ranch one?
Close. Well, I mean, to be fair, it's pretty quiet, Roxy.
They've only been to like 2 places!
And he named one of them. So, you might remember that we came up here on the other side while we were exploring the Lost Woods. It was blocked off by boulders. And we did see the Goron City name pop up, but we couldn't get past here.
Aha.
Okay, so my theory is that, like, there's a Goron that just waits here, and there's a Kokiri on the other side that, like, deals them shit. So, okay, so you might find a Deku stick around here sometimes, and they get it from this tunnel. Like, it's like dealing crack, but in sticks and, like, rope. So that's where they get it from. They get it from the Kokiri.
Girls just like, just give us. Can we get some of that sweet roach? That sweet
Yeah,
roach
that's
shit?
that sweet green shit, and they're like, yeah, give me some rocks. That's how they do business.
And the Gorons are like, heh, we're just trading these rocks, these irons. We don't need these. These are everywhere.
We're,
We're like,
they're
we're
like,
just trading them
trading
these
them.
plants.
They're like, we're trading them the shitty rocks we won't even eat.
Well, they do have one kind of plant that grows around here that the Kokiri might be interested in a little bit. You saw me trying to kill them up at the boulders, and up here, those bomb flowers. That's where bombs come from in Hyrule, Andy.
They
Not
grow
even
on
joking.
flowers.
My goodness, soft carpet is so plush.
Yeah. So he's waiting for the messenger from the royal family, so you gotta let him know that the messenger's here.
On the plush carpet. So soft for my feeties.
Probably something else to get from the Kokiri, because how are you gonna make plush out of rocks?
They did the design for them. They were like, I need you to do the Goron Ruby. Like, my friend, we don't even know what that is, but okay.
Yeah. I do still like the idea of Tektite silk, though, just because of the image of Goron's harvesting the silk from Tektites, having a farm somewhere. You don't like that image, Roxy?
No, because then they'd have to touch them. I don't like it.
Well, I'm there's spider silk harvesting. There's silkworms.
I don't like it either. I don't like silk. No. Now I'm really angry. This is my angry face.
I'm pretty sure tektites are like a type of metal.
I think I know what you're talking about, yeah.
There's something to do with meteorites.
That sounds familiar, yeah.
Like, they're like the sort of glass that you get whenever you melt soil, like whenever meteorites impact Earth.
Oh, yeah, or like when lightning strikes in the desert and it makes glass. I don't know if that's Tektite, but it's something that sounds like Tektite.
I think it is tektite.
Maybe.
I think your face is tender.
How could you?
Spinning. So we grabbed some fire out there and lit all these torches, and that's a secret, by the way. You get some fire, and that'll trigger the bomb flowers.
Hey.
So what do you
Don't
think of
mind
that
us.
biology, Ambi? They're fruit, by the way.
He was
Those are
just
the
waiting.
fruits of the bomb flowers.
I
Do you
mean,
think they
there
eat
are,
them?
There are explosive fruits.
Really?
Less like explosive, and more like whenever they are ripe, they like pop open and explode.
I had no idea. That's pretty cool, actually.
It's like,
What were you saying, Roxy?
Do you think they eat them? The bomb flowers?
Maybe. I could go both ways on that. Maybe they don't always explode. Maybe you can take a big bite out of them without them exploding.
Maybe only
it's-
Goron can.
Yeah.
sandbox trees.
Those are the ones that have the exploding fruits?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look those up after the commentary, because that's pretty cool. I had no idea about that.
They like split into different segments and like catapult the seeds away from the tree. It's
That's
the way,
awesome.
It's the way like the tree spreads its seeds to like grow.
That's cool.
Because most trees, you know, they say the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree. Like orchards spring up because fruit just sort of drop the trees and it rolls or is moved by creatures.
Yeah.
Also,
but these,
fruits
nope,
are
just pop.
These are like, nah, I'm not gonna wait for a bird or like a monkey to, you know, to make sure that I position my children.
Proactive
I'm gonna
tree.
Fling my children away from me.
So if you hadn't already figured it out, this guide lets you know about the trick to save sticks from burning up. The source of sticks there so that you can so that there's definitely a way you can solve the puzzle, so that you're not stuck here with no sticks and no way to unlock it. There's more torches there, and that's not exactly for a puzzle. You'll notice the difference, by the way. The ones that are made out of metal stands like these are the ones that are more puzzle-based. The ones that are stone pedestals with a metal thing on top, those are just to hold permanent fires for other purposes. The metal ones will eventually burn out if you don't hit them all. And I missed it there. But the stone ones, once they're lit, no matter what, even if it's only a single one, it will stay lit.
Nice.
Gotta go a little bit faster.
Hey.
That's one down. That's two down.
Now that we've got an easy source of fire here that's not too far away from the bomb flowers. Well, let's talk to this guy first, because he asked us to talk to Big Brother Darunia. There's a hint there.
His little legs. I'll never get over it. It's a chain reaction.
Yep.
It's mousetrap. Oh my god, I forgot about this. Let me live.
Hoot hoot.
It's the sound of me not giving a fuck. What a familiar face. Was that his hint how to get to the sacred forest?
Yep.
The sacred meadow?
Yep. So we need to get some bugs, by the way, so let's take this Poe that we caught before,
Fuck
and
you,
let's
Poe.
drink it.
No!
Lose a heart. Turns out drinking ghosts isn't good for you.
Well, I mean, I could have told you that.
Personal experience?
Yes.
But people drink spirits all the time.
I set myself up for that one.
So you can hear that the music is louder in certain directions than others, and that's the clue for where you need to go. Just follow the music. There's also the passage itself that I mentioned before. The passages that actually lead to other areas will fade in when you get close enough. The ones that are the wrong directions will just stick there. You can also see from a distance that the passages leading to areas that aren't other areas look a little bit white, like they're a deep tunnel. The passages that are the correct areas just look like a flat black curtain. I'm not sure if that part's intentional or not. Here we are, the Sacred Forest Meadow. And here's our first encounter with the Wolfos.
Ooh.
This is a wolf person. Not a werewolf, just a
Just a
guy
wolf
that happens to
person.
be a wolf. Yep.
A quite big wolf.
Yep.
An
agile.
anthropomorphic wolf?
A little bit.
Not a furry, but just a little
A little furry.
bit. Or would you say quite furry? Because he's a wolf.
About 60%.
Yeah. So backflipping's the key for those guys. You can backflip out of the way of their big swing, they turn around, expose their back to you. Their front's completely armored, and if you... Well, no, it's not completely armored, but if you swing at their front, they can block with their arms and block the attacks, so you've got to be a little bit careful with that. I'm going to switch back to the Deku shield here, because the Hylian shield is too strong to bounce nuts from Deku Scrub's back. They just shatter when they hit while you're ducking. The Deku shield is soft enough to reflect them.
Huh. So it's not a straight up fight.
Not entirely, no. There's pros and cons to both. Which is neat. And here we get Deku Scrubs that aren't as friendly and talkative as the ones we met in the Deku Tree. These ones, all they do is shoot at you and run away when you do knock them out of their little perch or hole or whatever. Their little flower.
I always thought this place was really fun to come through when Link was like a little kid.
Yeah, it's a nice maze. It's well made.
Yeah, I think it's well designed.
The top-down camera helps.
Oh, for sure.
And here we go. So also helps. Also, what helps is that mini map on the bottom right. That guy's just being troublesome, so let's try getting mid range. You notice that they always move backwards, even when heading back to their perch.
I mean, you gotta look where you've been.
Also a nice little detail, by the way, is that two nuts will actually shatter each other if they hit each other while they're being shot.
Ooh.
This is one of my favorite places in the whole game.
This specific area, or the whole thing? Like, including what's past here?
This specific area. I mean, what's past here is also cool, but
Yeah.
this specific area had a lot of meaning for me when I was young.
Oh.
Saria! What a good friend.
Yeah.
She's back.
Ugly boots, but really good friend.
What would you recommend for Roxy?
Something that doesn't look like she has one leg.
If you had to give Saria an overall makeover.
I actually think her outfit's really cute. I mean, obviously it's really green and her hair is somehow lime green, so I would say something to offset the whole green.
Maybe a little bit of gold or something?
Yeah. Well, I think her belt buckle, I'm pretty sure she has a belt buckle.
I think so.
Pretty sure she wears a belt, yeah. Like, I know it has, like, gold on it, but...
Maybe like a necklace or something. Make it so it's not just green from top to bottom.
Yeah, like if her headband was different colors.
Yeah, even then. Yeah, it's a little gold, looks like.
Yeah. Yowing hand Saria. Her hands are almost as big as her face.
Well, look at Link's, though.
He has potato hands. He literally has potato hands!
The N64 had a few problems here and there.
Potato hands. They call me Potato Hands Link.
Hero of potatoes. So among other things, this song lets you reach out to Saria and mind speak with her. Not hugely beneficial, it doesn't really do that much, but it's a nice little touch. And every once in a while it is relevant. So something you remember that was brought up in Link to the Past was that some... I keep saying Hyruleans, I think I should be saying Hylians. Some Hylians are telepathic, fewer as time goes on, but this is much earlier than Ocarina of Time, so there are probably more telepathic Hylians now than it just being a royal family thing like it seemed to be then.
Yeah. That or, like, anyone connected with the Triforce. Like specific special Hylians, I guess. That kind of thing.
This is also nice, by the way, the fact that when you're coming back from the end of the maze, there's a ladder that just lets you get up on top and just jump right to the end.
Oh, yeah.
It's the little things like that, the little pieces of game design that I really like. It's this guy again.
Yes, obviously. It has a mysterious power over him.
Well, I mean, the song
that
the fact that it lets you be telepathic with your friend is kind of a hint that there's some mysterious power.
It makes him footloose.
Footloose. Everybody get Footloose.
I like how he's saying this now when we've been using it for a while in the game.
He's helping.
He's helping, like, 2 episodes too late. Hoot. Don't do it.
Whoops. See, that's what happens when you're not paying attention. This is also very important to know, especially if you're someone that can never remember what any of the melodies are. Such as me.
At least the melodies in the beginning of the game are, I think, pretty simple.
Yeah, it's the later ones that get more complicated.
Oh my god, yeah.
Early ones are all the same 3 notes in different order.
I think Majora's Mask actually had the hardest songs for me.
Yeah.
Because they were in completely different genres. I was just like, wow. Like, sometimes even... Because I was one of those people that would try to play in time.
Yeah. I mean, you have to. It's like a law.
Yeah, so, like, it would be hard sometimes to gauge when a note should be played.
Yeah. We never saw Kokiri Forest at night, by the way, so here's a chance at that. I like all the fireflies, though. It's nice. I really love fireflies. They were all over where I went to school. Not so many where I'm living now, which is kind of a shame.
I've never seen fireflies.
They're really cool to watch.
Hey, Ambi, are there fireflies in this region, this country?
I've never seen any, so.
I think I've got some pictures of some. I can send them both to you.
It's not the same.
But it's better than nothing.
That's true. That's very true. Adrian blessing us with the fireflies once again.
Well, you know, fireflies bring serenity.
Don't.
Take my love, take my lands. Take them where I cannot stand.
I will delete my recording.
We're like, well, that one's ruined. Gotta start over.
That's never happened. In case people are wondering why there hasn't been a Chrono Trigger recording in a while, there's more technical difficulties.
Don't talk to me. Rip my old laptop. Rip. I see Adrian just took a nice little dive there.
Yeah.
3 seconds. I think in some games, I can't even remember if it's The Legend of Zelda, but like in some games they show like little droplets falling when he gets out of water.
I think Mario 64 actually did that.
Huh. Yeah, like it just all of a sudden sprung to mind.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that Wind Waker does too. Wind Waker definitely does.
Yeah.
Because after you got out, you could do the spin attack and fling water everywhere.
Yeah, it was good. Adrian's on the prowl.
Like you can hear it crawling.
He's on the hunt. He's after Sculpture.
Behind this house, just need to figure out how to get back there.
It's just behind the walls. It's in the wallpaper, actually.
Oh god, they're in the walls.
I was thinking more yellow wallpaper, but okay.
That works too.
Oh my god.
It's funny, that's the second day in a row that story's come out for me.
Really?
Yeah, I was talking with Snow the other day about,
Sorry, I'm laughing at like the up pants shot. At least we know he wears pants, thank god, under that tunic.
Yeah.
He's not just like rolling and showing everyone his underleggies.
His master sword.
He's a baby! He is 7 years old.
His Kokiri sword.
His Kokiri sword. Sorry. Okay, you were saying the yellow wallpaper?
I was talking with Snow. We were talking about classic female written literature.
Some good shit there.
Yeah. It came up because I've recently been getting into the mid-2010s fad of setting update YouTube vlog series based on female written English literature.
What?
Like, you never got into that fad? Like
No.
Lizzie Bennet Diaries and the whole thing that they did?
No.
It was the one that started off. It's a really good series, by the way.
I heard it's really good. I just have never, like, I didn't know it was a fad, that, like, there was more than just the Lizzie
it kicked off a few others doing it. I've also been watching the autobiography of Jane Eyre just recently, which is the same thing based on Jane Eyre. Not a huge fad, but it was popular enough that it got some people wanting to do similar things.
Hey, we made friends with a skull kid.
Yeah. They're friendly sorts. They look scary, but they're nice. That's kind of a theme to Ocarina of Time, now that I think about it. And I guess Majora's Mask, too, with the whole mask theme.
Yeah.
Well, that's neat. I never noticed that. I love the infinite bug thing.
I think it's definitely more important in Majora's Mask than Ocarina of Time.
Yeah. But I like the number of scary-looking but friendly people that they included in Ocarina of Time. Even if it wasn't meant to be a theme, it kind of is a little bit.
Yeah, I think it does set up Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
In that sense.
So there's another pair of Skull Kids that we ran into when we were first running through here. And this is something that I could have done then. This one doesn't require a specific song. I just didn't think of it at the time because I thought it did. So, you remember this, Ambi?
Mm-hmm.
The new friends.
New friends.
So here we've got pretty much Simon. And this one you do have to keep time, by the way. I noticed that while I was trying it. This is one of those mini games that's in almost every video game, I think. Yep, I was a little slow there. But it's not just hitting the notes, it's hitting the notes with the right timing.
Dang. Does it say where you left off?
Nope.
Well,
Thankfully, I do get it the second try. I'll spoil people on that in advance. So since this will take a bit of time to do, and there's not much to talk about over here, anything that either of you want to plug that you've been watching recently, anything you've been really liking? Internet or TV or whatever?
Well, we've been rewatching Hellsing.
I've never actually seen that. I've got a friend
God.
that's a huge fan of it, though.
Well, okay, since there's a lot of, like, blood and body horror, I don't know if you would necessarily really like it.
I'm okay with that. I mean,
Yeah.
I watched Higurashi, and I played it.
Oh my god.
So.
You know what? That's a really good point, because I think Ambi and I talked about this, that Higurashi was so good because of the, like, the incongruency with the visual style of the anime.
Yeah.
And, like, the body horror that goes on with it, which made it even more, like, unsettling.
Yeah.
But with Hellsing, it's oh my god, it's so beautifully animated and well drawn, but sometimes they do that. So instead of working within strict rules for the animation style, you know, it's flexible. Yep. So sometimes characters will, like, bend a certain way, and you're just like, that probably happen, but it works because it lends energy to what's happening in the scene.
The animators know what they're doing well enough to know when it's a good idea to go off model.
Yeah, pretty much. Hellsing is so good. So Ambi and I have been watching that, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, as always, like
I've seen,
good.
I've seen some of that. Unfortunately, it's not on US Netflix, so I haven't got into it much.
The one thing that the UK has, holy
Pretty
shit.
much, yeah.
Oh, but I miss US Netflix so much. So much. British Netflix sucks.
You need to find a proxy. I'll talk to some people. There are proxies out there.
Please, please, because I've heard like any other proxy servers that used to work don't anymore, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm dying.
Netflix is quick to find them, but people are quick to try and put up replacements. So there's always something out there that you can grab. It's just a question of being able to find it.
True.
So we've seen so far that the first one gave us 1 green rupee, the second one gave us a blue rupee for 5, and you also see that it's getting longer each time. The first one finished after 5 notes, the second one finished after 6, and I believe this one goes up to 7 or 8.
Oh, dang. It's more notes than any before.
Yeah, and this one is the last. There's 3 stages for this. This one is the ultimate prize. I'm trying to think what I've been watching recently. I've recently been watching Young Justice. I'm really liking that. It feels very Justice League-ish.
That's good.
Yeah,
Is
I
Young
know,
Justice the one with the teenagers?
Yeah. And it's not completely, like, it doesn't entirely fit with the continuity of Justice League, but it feels like it could fit, like, just in the way the show feels.
I couldn't remember which one it was that Cartoon Network canceled.
I'm pretty
Even
sure
though
it
it
was
was
Young
doing it.
Justice. Although it did recently get uncanceled after like 5 or 6 years. There's going to be a 4th season.
Wasn't that, because the one I'm thinking of had Miss Martian?
Yep,
Like,
that's this one.
okay, yeah, I heard it was so good, and they canceled it, and they were like, why? And it's like, it wasn't doing well with, boys, so it's
Yeah.
like, wow.
Yep.
But I'm
But
really glad
it's
about
coming
that.
back.
Really glad, because I always heard such great things about it.
Yeah, I definitely recommend it. Because I know you love Justice League, Roxy.
I do, and I'm really glad that, like, at first, it's not that I didn't, but that there were so many episodes that I was like, I'll never get into it. It's kind of like how I approach Buffy. I'm just like, never gonna happen.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that before, Abby, and that if it's something that Roxy would be interested in, because every once in a while we'll watch stuff together.
Yeah.
All 3 of us.
Yeah. So at least, like, yeah, I'll give Buffy a shot again if you, like, pick that
Once we
episodes.
finish Phoenix Wright. Which I've been streaming for Roxy lately.
Yeah.
Something else that's really
And
great that I'd recommend.
Persona 3, please.
What's that? Yeah, Persona 3. We'll get back to it. We will get back to it. It's just...
I'm dying! Like,
It's-
Persona 5 is coming out, and I'm like, I gotta know.
It's a lot easier for me to stream stuff on my computer than to stream stuff on a console, is the main thing. Although I played this on the console, so...
Uh-huh. Excuses.
Excuses.
But yeah, now he's gonna whip out that sweet forest magic.
Yep. Get Darunia a little bit cheered up. Get him happier. He's got a lot of troubles. He needs something to get his mind off them. Once I figure out how to do it.
Jen already forgot.
I'm going to, next time I'm doing stuff, I'm going to have like a post-it note up that just has them all listed, so I have to go up into the menu each time.
That's what
Oh
I would
my
do for
God.
Monster Hunter. Like one of the hunting horn weapons, remember? Where it has various different songs you can play that give buffs. But I could never remember what any of the songs did, so I'd always,
Okay,
anytime...
but-
Second easy. I've got to interrupt this
Sorry.
because...
Dance.
He's so good, though. He's so happy.
So happy.
Look at him go. With his little legs. You know what? He's dancing like he's on hot coal.
What a heartbeat. Whoa.
Is this you, Roxy?
This is him. This is Ambi, obviously.
Hell yeah.
But
Have
yeah,
you seen him do those
sorry.
moves?
Oh, for sure. Definitely.
And then once around, we're like, yes, that was good.
And just like that, my depression is gone. I need that magic. I need that sweet forest magic. But yeah, sorry for shushing you. We just really wanted you to see that.
So you're talking about Monster Hunter.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the hunting horn, you can give buffs, but I could never remember what they are, so anytime we were using one, like, while Roxy was, like, putting together equipment or sorting out items, I'd just be, like, writing down a little post-it note of what buffs does this horn play, what are the combinations, and then at the very top of each would be, like, which button does which, like, color. Because that was the one I could also never remember.
You know what I just realized? What would
What's
be
that?
really good, like, as a poster or something? Each of these songs that you have to play on the ocarina, but in music form. So anyone who reads like the sheet music and recognize it as Legend of Zelda, like it's a cute, extra nerdy thing.
Oh, like
as a poster.
So not like a Zelda poster, just like a sheet music poster that happens to be. That would be nice.
Yeah.
So, like Daruni said, he had to hide the Goron Ruby away because of the hunger rising. He didn't want the other Gorons to eat it. And he's going to give it to us as soon as we deal with the Dodongo's cavern situation. And you can actually see the bracelet on his left arm once you get it.
That's pretty neat.
Yep.
Yeah. He's wearing that sweet jewelry, that new bling.
And now we can pick up bonfires.
Yep. And that's going to be very important right away, because we've got another hidden thing with this giant spinning pot that's open right next to some bomb flowers.
I just want you to know that it did take him a while.
Yeah.
But I was really impressed, because I never did it. I didn't even know that was a thing you could do.
I think it was something like 12 or 15 tries
Yeah.
overall to get the thing I was shooting for, and you'll see why in a second. We got this one just sitting here in the corner, seemingly useless. Nothing bombable around it, but...
Oh boy, timer. Oh no. Oh boy.
Whoops.
Oh, bollocks.
So when you throw it correctly, you can get one of three things, depending on which face ends up facing the camera. So the angry phase gives you 3 rupees. The colon pipe face gives you nothing.
The what? I thought it was just a smiley face.
Colon bar, that's how I see it.
Uh-huh.
And the grinning face gives you
The really happy face.
25 rupees and a heart piece the first time.
Hey.
I believe you can keep doing this and still get the rupees every time. But there's easier ways to get rupees. Oh, and it starts up again after a bit. So now we're ready to try to get to Dodongo's cavern. If I can remember how to get out. See, I love the layout of it, but I always get lost in it.
Yeah.
There's so many levels, and hard to remember which level is for what. And
I guess it kind of goes up in a spiral.
yeah. Oh, and we gotta do this before we go. This is where the Goron Ruby was.
How did he come out here?
They're just that good.
Did he roll out onto the rope?
I'm not sure what the image I like better, the image of him rolling onto the rope or the image of him carefully rope walking himself across just a very slow shuffle. Both are pretty nice images.
A little lick. A tiny lick. I wonder if Darunia has licked it.
No one's around. No one's
Just
paying
give it a little
attention.
lick.
It's interesting that they all call each other brother, and there never seems to be, even in future games, female Gorons. It makes me wonder if they're just like a monogender race and what that means for how they reproduce.
It's 'cause they're rock people and they eat rocks, and seeing rock on rock is porn for them.
Someone's tending a rock garden and they're just watching, sweating a little,
Sweating.
ask if they're okay, and they
Drooling.
Yeah.
They're like clenching their fists and like, are you okay? You're like, you have goosebumps. I didn't even know there's a thing for you people. And they're like, huh? What? Oh. Can I buy one of these? I can have my own rock. And they just shut themselves in their room for like days, tending to the rock garden.
I do like the idea that Gorons are hermaphroditic, though.
I was gonna say, I think Gorons are pretty much like dwarves.
You ones
Dwarves.
just sprout out of holes in the ground.
They live in the mountains. They deal with rocks. Dwarves.
Imagine a Goron with a beard. I would love to see that.
I think.
Rocky.
Excuse me, Darunia?
No,
Doesn't he technically?
I thought he had some big poofs on the top of his head.
So he
Does have a
has
beard?
the thick ass sideburns, but not a beard.
I think so, yeah.
No, I think he has a beard. It looks.
I have a horrible memory for how people look, so I trust what you're saying better than what I'm saying.
He's got like the spikes coming out, like top, sides. Like
He does have
sideburns
a
and,
beard.
Yeah,
Adrian, he
okay.
has a beard.
Okay.
Adrian!
Like I said, I have a horrible memory for how people look. He looks like Ambi's Skype picture. Look.
It's true.
And no one else will get that besides us and the people that know us. That's
perfect.
the key of good commentary.
That's good. That's all you need to know. And now they'll forever be guessing, like, the fuck does it look like? Well, you'll never know.
It's whenever my webcam was freaking out. Was it the
Nope,
cable in the old
they don't-
webcam was frayed?
Yep, they don't need to know anything else except I took it, and that's what Darunia looks like. Let it be a mystery.
It just started deciding, you know what, it needs aliasing? Everything needs aliasing.
Yep.
Everything that's not a face needs aliasing.
So we could run down the mountain, but let's do a shortcut.
He's gonna bomb the Goron. Oh my god.
And because of the shortcut, that means we can get this thing up here far earlier than we're supposed to.
Oh,
Normally you're supposed to come back here like halfway through the game once you've gotten certain items so that you can get yourself up here from the bottom, but this is a little trick.
You and those bugs. I never played the game like this.
Now you're talking about these bugs or those bugs?
Any bugs. Like, I like how aggressive you are with trying to find all the gold skull sealers, because for me, it was
I
like,
see.
if I came across them, like, obviously I'd kill them, but it wasn't until I got to the point in the game where I was like, alright, I think I'm gonna try to go for all of them. Where, like, I had to go back in places and look for them.
Now, when I'm playing normally, then I think I would be a little bit more towards that end. But for the sake of the LP, I figured this would be more interesting than just having a big sculptural episode. So these walls, by the way, now that we know what this means it's bombable. I don't know why, but I always like putting in my shield when
Welcome
it's
to
going to
hell.
explode. Yep, Dodongo's Cavern. Look at that giant Dodongo skull.
The color of this room reminds me a lot of Donkey Kong 64.
It's very rainbow, in a really nice way. There's reds, there's greens, there's yellows, but it doesn't look like it clashes.
It doesn't look like, it doesn't look a full rainbow, it's just green, yellow, red.
Yeah.
Like the lizards.
Yeah. So we did meet Kodongos, baby Dodongos, back in Link to the Past. Here, eventually we're going to meet the full version. The Kodongos are the little green ones that spat out streams of fire, you might remember. And up there, we see something else you might remember from Link to the Past. This is a Beamos.
Bemas.
nice.
Watches us, and if it sees us, this is a hint, by the way.
But it doesn't like smoke to get in its eye. Whoa!
I think it was here that I reminded Idran that, like, he has the Kokiri shield.
Yep. You mean the Hylian shield?
No, like, you're
Oh,
wearing the
that I'm
Deku
using.
shield.
That I'm
yeah.
using it, yep. And this is what Navi means, because smoke in Zelda games always indicates a bomb. Going back to the original. Dodongos dislike smoke.
Throw bombs in its mouth.
Although that's not actually what it meant. See, the thing is, the smoke cloud that a bomb leaves behind, if a Dodongo walked into that, that would make it vulnerable to swords. And that's what that hint was about.
But instead, you could just bomb it.
Yep. No reason to actually use that.
Wait, what?
You didn't know that, Roxy?
No.
Yep. You've played the original Legend of Zelda, right?
Yeah.
You know how when a bomb, after it explodes, leaves a smoke cloud for a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, if a Dodongo walks into that, it's no longer invulnerable to swords.
You know what? I was young, I would just swing. Just fucking go swinging for it and just hit it with anything I had.
Yep. So here we have some baby Dodongos, some Kodongos. We got a bombable wall here. No bomb flowers to be seen. We don't have bombs just with us yet. But these guys explode when they die, so let's take advantage of that. Get a little close.
Hey.
Tiny, tiny little sequence break.
Oh. Sorry, speaking music cue. I was spooked.
I think that's usually the cave or the underground music for Ocarina of Time. Get used to it.
I'll try.
Gotta kill those bats. Kill this skull.
You're always, like, it always somehow ends up a little bit higher than I thought you could get it. And yet you somehow always manage to get it. Like, it's something I would have waited to get the boomerang for.
I did forever until I found out that you could jump attack for those. Speaking of jumping, these guys can jump too, it turns out. And this old trick. I like that you can see the Goron symbol on them, by the way.
Yeah. Which makes me wonder, like, why did they make them? How are they here?
Especially since they don't really look at all like Gorons. They look more like humans than Gorons, or Hylians, I mean. Not really a lot like either, but between the two. The best way to deal with Keys is to not deal with Keys. And mini-boss. Lizalfos.
Such agile creatures.
That's what Deku knows it for. Can't be agile if you're frozen.
Whoa. They are super agile.
Yeah.
We're just waiting.
Such bounce. Such bounce.
They don't get much height.
They don't, but I really love them. You can also fight them by being more backflippy if you don't want to use Deku Nuts. Just a little bit harder that way. And yeah, once they get enough damage, they tag out and the next one comes back in. You just keep swapping back and forth.
Lizardry turtle.
There's one down.
Brutalized.
I could probably, in theory, go after them, but I never do.
See, Idran says he's bad at fighting games, but after watching that sequence, I don't understand how.
I think that there's definitely a strategy behind it. Like, I think Adrian could do it. I think you underestimate yourself, pretty much.
They're a lot more faster paced, though. Ah,
That's,
that.
I guess
Look
that's
at
true.
that. Look at that. Should I
You
go
could
after
risk
it?
the lava.
No.
Because, like, when I play fighting games, I'm one of those people who will memorize what combos I like, and then I'm like, alright, that's good, and then most of the time just button mashing. But, like, the buttons that I know I would tend for, like, I would like to use that kind of thing.
I just figure out the nice cheap combos. Like, Mortal Kombat X, the bug lady.
Oh
So
my
much
god.
fun.
Devora?
I just figured out, all the ones for like the big long spider legs attacks, and then proceed to just fuck about with them.
Here we've got a Dodongo, by the way. This is the full-size
Ooh.
version. The only place they're vulnerable is the tail. And when you hit them in the tail, they swing around to breathe at you. So what you want to do is you want to hit them like this. You hit them in the tail, move out, move back in, go around while they're breathing, and keep doing that. And of course, like the babies, when they die, they explode.
They explode.
I was thinking about trying to kite one over to that vulnerable ball there, but I think they're too tethered for that to be an option, so I don't even try.
Such fast strafing.
He probably strafes faster than he walks.
I think so, yeah. I think speedrunners like to strafe everywhere because of that. I think backflipping too. I think backflipping is like 1 frame faster than walking forward. So you always see speedrunners backflipping backwards to get everywhere. The funny thing is, rolling feels like it's faster, and I'll often roll because of that, but it's actually exactly the same speed as walking. It's like in a game when you can choose between a little character and a big one, and the big one always feels so much slower than the little one, even when they're actually moving at the same speed. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah, like Guild Wars 2, like the Asura characters, and then like a max size Norn or Char or whatever, are just feel much different.
Oh,
I
yeah,
do love
for
the way
sure.
the Char moves great though, because when they're sprinting, they like bound on all fours, given that they are giant cat people. But yeah, Asura look real tiny, and because they're so tiny, like they jump about when they're attacking, which admittedly does look really neat. Ooh, is that a boss up ahead?
Somewhat.
Kind of.
No, it's just a giant face in the wall, just there for decoration.
That's an old Dodongo skull.
Oh,
A very big
Damn.
Dodongo skull. They can get pretty big, yeah.
okay.
So right now I'm just waiting for the right time so I can get across to the other side of things. You can also see a fire keys up there flying around. So keys are pretty strong against elements. If they fly into a lamp, they'll just set on fire and start flying around like that. Not taking any damage at all. But if they run into you, then you do take fire damage.
Naturally.
Yep. If they hit
You
your
are the keys.
Yeah, if they hit your Deku shield, they'll burn it up. If they hit the Hylian shield, they'll go out and turn into normal keys. There are other varieties too that we'll also see later.
Ooh, it's a big chest.
Yep, we got a thing.
Finally,
A
the map.
dungeon map. Hey. That's a lot of bonfires.
Yep, it is.
Ominous. Or, I should probably say, bombing us.
Bomb. Get out. Leave the building.
I don't know why I thought that would work, but...
Hit the flower? Nah. Pick up the flower? Yeah.
It didn't work, though, because it only hit one side. There's a gap that keeps the chain reaction from happening. So we wait for the bonfires to regrow, and we'll do this instead.
Down it goes.
Just enough to shake it loose. That's a Goron elevator, you see.
I like that the Scepters and Link just has sort of like jump and hoist himself up.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's because he's short, like because he's a little kid, or if like everyone who isn't a Goron would have a much easier time to like climb.
I'm not sure.
Wait, everyone who isn't a Goron would have a difficult time to climb,
yeah.
whereas Thanks for understanding.
There's another sculpture somewhere. But where?
Who cares?
Well, that's a first.
It's not a gold one, so...
Oh, fire mats.
Yep. Not quite as good as Marines, but hang on situation.
Down he goes.
A neat detail is that they only have one eye. You only really see it when they're just bouncing off you like that, but makes them a little creepier.
Navi, get with the program. We have a Halayan shield right now.
Well, she's trying to help. Here we have these guys. Remember the Armus statues? Still got them.
I personally love these guys.
They are fantastic. Ah, I see. Explosives are the answer to all our problems.
And I forgot that they do this after you kill them. They
That's
go
why I
around.
love them.
They run around like crazy, try to slam into you, and then eventually explode themselves. And unfortunately, you can only hurt them when they're awake. Trying to do it otherwise just wakes them up. So you can't be sneaky like that. Gotta be proactive.
Nice photo, though.
Thank you. It's easier when you're locked on. But distance was right. That time it wasn't.
Ah well, can't win them all.
So you don't really need to kill these guys. This is more just to find the right one type thing. And you can see which one the right one is. They're on the left. The one actually blocking the ladder.
You know what I realized? They open their eyes, like their eyes appear out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice touch.
Yeah. Because like all of them look like this, but
Yeah.
when they're an actual Armos, they get eyes that are on the inside,
Yep.
next to like the Goron symbol.
Yeah. Before heading on, I realized that I forgot something, so I double back for it pretty soon.
One step at a time.
We have to go back, Marty.
Back to the spiders. That would have been a much different movie.
Very good.
I entirely missed this small little wall here.
Oh, more armor statues.
Protecting a treasure chest. There's not a lot of room here, so I've got to be a little bit sneakier about things.
Whenever you're ducked with a Hylian shield, do bombs hurt you?
I don't believe so. Just set it up and ran it into it.
Oh, we got another item in here. Is it the compass?
Yep.
It's the compass.
Yay.
Man.
That was so, like, fake.
Well, I mean, it's a compass. So let's go ahead and jump back so we don't need to show all that double backing again. We're back here. This is... What's that?
Everyone's just like, yay, I know where all the hidden collectibles are now. As if I didn't know that before.
Pretty much.
Adrian's just like, this is redundant for me. I'm too OG.
Ah, almost got it.
This is what I mean about them flying.
It's always fun to try and do that, though, to try and snipe them.
Yeah, because then when you manage, you're like, oh, I'm so good at this.
So you can see that now we're in the upper level of the main room.
Have you ever fallen in the middle of that bridge before?
Yep.
I fucking hate it when that happens.
Here we get our first encounter with spike traps.
Ooh.
These guys
Well,
look a little bit fancier here than they did in the Super Nintendo.
just a tad.
And they work exactly the same way. When you're nearby them, then they slide towards you. Or when you jump on top of them, then that's also dangerous.
Pretty useful,
Thanks,
eh?
Navi. A.
No, L.
She tries.
Like that. Thank you, Navi.
Can we climb up on the block, or...?
Well, once I actually figure out that that's what you're supposed to do here, you can try it.
That's why I laughed, because like he pulled the block out, and then he's just like, no, you know what? No.
Still a quick heart in there.
And we have a bomb wall here up against.
But
But no bombs.
the camera's a little bit annoying to deal with, and sometimes an Ocarina of Time, by the way. The only real
Just
way
a
to
tad.
manually set the camera direction is to L target so that's facing forward. You can't rotate it. So I wasn't entirely sure that was the right way to go, so I was doing a little bit of checking around first just to make sure. Spoiler alert, it was the right way to go. just wasn't looking the right way when I was up here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fighting the camera.
Yay.
A full wallet.
Well, it's better than in Wind Waker.
True.
What happens in Wind Waker?
If your wallet's full, then it just closes the chest again, and it sits there on your map haunting you.
Ah.
So you need to time this right.
So it explodes in midair.
If you're used to the bombs, you can use the number of flashes to figure out when the right time to throw it is, something like this.
Nice.
Or wedge it like that.
Yeah. That's what I was more trying to do, because I couldn't remember how many flashes it was. Let's jump onto the ladder.
Seems dangerous. Ah yes, shoot the eyes.
Always shoot the eyes.
Always shoot the eyes.
I need to see what these guys steal as before I did it here.
Maybe.
I still like the name Kodongo.
Kodongo.
Whoa.
Part 2.
So fast. I didn't even see you throw the dude. Hippity hop. Are you hitting him with the stick?
Yep.
One way to do it.
Well, I want to do something different. It's slightly faster since the stick is stronger than the sword. 2 hits to end the phase instead of 3. I can't slingshot them.
Beautiful. I always knew you could do it.
I need some hearts back though, and so there's some hearts at the end of that long, treacherous walkway up there. So let's get those. You can see the first arena down there where we fought the Lizalfos the first time. Whoop!
Jesus. Wait, did I do the same thing last time?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you yelled at me a little for doing it.
I did! I was like, that was so risky! How could you do this?
I heard Ambi react a little too.
Yeah. Oh, it was disgusting.
I knew what I was doing. I didn't.
Sure. I think it was just like, oh, haha. Ha ha ha.
Whoop, haha, haha, haha. How do we solve this again?
You
There's
smart
2.
ass.
So you look to the side. Now we're on the other side of the main room. Are we? Oh, no, this is the spike trap maze.
Ooh. And another big chest. We've already got the map and the compass, so what's in here? Bombs. From a Dodongo's stomach.
I like
that's
the
the
little
only
details.
thing that can do it. Yeah.
Lovely.
20 bombs in there.
It's a lot of bombs for such a small bag.
What if the bombs can compress itself?
Well, they are fruit, so... I wonder if dried bomb flower fruit would be more destructive than fresh. So we've got this in case we fall down. We've got a quick way to get back now. This platform is going to go up and down.
Nice bit. Giant dead Dodongo. Well,
Got an idea, Andy?
shoot. Well, we don't have fire into it. Can we throw bombs into its eyes?
Well, let's try that. We got that
That,
nice...
that would be tough, but...
Jesus. Like, right as you're gonna just go off.
Thanks, Navi.
Thanks, Ivy.
Thanks, Satan. Well, there's a handy bridge that is right over the skull.
Once I realized it.
I like how it's in view, like, every time, and then eventually you're just... You'll get there. Oh my god.
Nope, this is wrong.
Oh god.
So I gotta wait for it to go back up.
The bridge.
There it is, my old friend.
So now it's gonna be easy enough. All we need to do is carefully drop a bomb down that hole. That's all we need to do.
Just
Ooh,
carefully.
Nelly.
Carefully.
It's easy. Let's just do this.
Drops the other bomb.
Make the best of a bad situation.
Now carefully see if we can walk around to the other eye without slipping off.
Oh my god.
That jump scared me a little when I
Yes.
was doing this.
Christ,
There it
Adrian.
is.
Get away from the bomb. Oh, doesn't matter. Cutscene.
Well worth the heart lost.
I don't think I even lost a heart. I think the cutscene protected me. Oh, maybe I
yeah,
did.
you're- Okay.
In we go.
Easy. No big key in this dungeon, by the way.
Just, you know, an ominous hole in the ground.
Yep. A couple bats. I'm gonna swooping.
Nice. Get the heart! Oh god. If only you could bottle hearts.
Maybe someday. Once they
Someday.
figure out the right technology for it. Got a gated door, a pit in the bottom with a switch. If you do stand on that switch, it opens the door, but if you jump off the switch, it closes again. So we need to get something on that switch. If I remember correctly, at least.
Can we use a bomb, or...?
Unfortunately, bombs usually don't have any weight in Zelda games, so you can't use them for switches.
An Armos statue? Or a song of... Or a block?
What?
I don't know. Don't look at me.
Again, I'm used to Bomberman, where bombs do have weight.
Well, there's the arbitrary. The reference obligatory, I mean.
Look at this asshole.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but that's mostly because bombs, you know, always go off after timers, so a lot of puzzles are based around, you know, using a bomb to set off a switch, because then you have a limited time to, whatchamacallit, yeah, to go through the door.
Yep.
Hey, Idran,
And then it trivializes them later whenever you have, like, the ability to set off the bombs at will.
Yep. What was that, Roxy?
sorry about that. That symbol on the block, would you say that's the Gerudo symbol?
I think so. I think we talked about that when we were doing the Deku episode.
I think we did, yeah.
Oh, hey, a fairy.
Never mind. But, I was just thinking about it, because it kind of looks like eyes to me.
A little bit, yeah, I can see that.
It's got a face.
Let's grab that fairy. Oh.
No. Too late.
Fairy just flew into me while I was getting ready.
At least you got your bugs.
Yeah. That's
See,
the important
Idran, if you didn't have the bugs...
thing. Gotta have bugs, though.
Infinite bugs. Link the bug farmer.
I'd say Link the Playboy in this. in this game.
Oh, thanks.
Oh my god, Legend of Zelda: The Bachelor.
Followed up by Legend of Zelda: The Bachelorette.
Yeah.
Just waiting for that bat.
Bat doesn't want to come. So I'll go to the bat.
Link steps up to the bat.
Step up to the streets.
Step up to Hyrule.
Hey, that's some stuff.
Do you think that gives them a headache when they do that?
I hope so.
Like, revenge?
Yeah.
Nice. Gotta get those nuts. Those seeds!
Only one here, so let's head into the boss chamber.
Ooh. Oh, hey, chest.
Just in case you didn't have any with you, if you use them all up.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
Head down.
What a graceful landing. Not even like a sound.
Is it a real big Dodongo? A great Dodongo?
The greatest Dodongo.
Well, not the greatest. I mean, we saw that one outside.
It's King Dodongo.
King Dodongo. What does that make the one outside that, like,
Emperor.
we had to climb through to get here? Emperor Dodongo.
Palpatine Dodongo. Snoke Dodongo.
So not far. Oh boy. Whoa. Fucking pixel dodging right there.
Not so much there. So this boss is honestly pretty easy overall. You've already seen the entire fight.
Yeah. You know, I realized that when you're a kid, the bosses are like a little bit easier, and then as the game goes on, they do actually get harder.
Yeah.
I like that.
This makes it even easier, by the way, Andy.
Surely the Hyrule shield is fantastic.
I think that was a tiny little glitch there. I don't think the timing was quite right.
You know what I just realized? Why do the bombs hurt him if the bomb bag is made from the inside of a Dondigo?
Well, I imagine that would still, like, push out, like... I mean, the explosion has to go somewhere. So even if it doesn't break his stomach, that still can't be comfortable. And yep, he's already dead.
Are you saying it's giving him a horrible tummy ache?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Well, that's pretty gruesome. You Terminator 2'd him. Oh, but he absorbed all the heat for us.
Yep.
Nice.
Wait
Nice
for the
one.
lava to cool.
Imagine the bomb bag someone could make out of that.
What if the Gorons eat him?
No, they only eat rocks.
Yeah, but
But he has become rocks.
he's become rock.
Destroyer of worlds.
Ragnarok. Hi, Darunia. See
Yep,
the beard?
He's got a beard. I admit my flaws.
He just like pounded you into the ground.
It's like, thank you, friend.
But how did Ganondorf get the big rock?
He conjured it, I assume.
Yeah, he used his rock magic.
Summon rock.
Well, it's probably more like Summon Rock 3. Gotta be a higher level.
Don't D&D this. Don't.
Everything is D&D.
No. He said, give me the rock.
Give me the rock and I will take the rock. And then I will take the rock.
That's pretty much what he said.
Yeah.
You're my Dwayne, my Rock, my Johnson.
Give me the pebble. Pebble. Sworn brothers. Just take this bro fist. He gives
Take
you the
this,
goddamn
our most-
spiritual stone. Our holiest of
sacred
holies.
treasure.
I've licked it. Don't tell anyone.
Don't worry, there's no big ceremony. You just have to take our most sacred artifact.
I like how the whole room, like the whole world is dark as he does this.
It does look like a ring pop.
The ruby sucks out the light of the world.
I'd taste that. It looks like it's strawberry.
Well, I think more watermelon, maybe?
Maybe,
But
yeah.
maybe strawberry. So real. You don't know what he means by brothers, but fine.
Brother!
What is a baby? Is that a brother? Sure.
The camera's just like, in case you don't know where Death Mountain is, it's this place. Go here.
Oh my god, getting up to Death Mountain's a pain in the ass. I'm not kidding. It really is a pain in the ass.
Well, this gives us some encouragement, though.
Yeah.
Are they still there?
Just wanted a hug.
No, they're out.
One of them is, yeah.
Alright, so next time we'll have to continue up Death Mountain and see what's up there, and then move on to track down the third spiritual stone and protect the Triforce from Ganondorf. This is going to be a short game.
Yay! Should only be one more episode. Should be fine.
Yep. Well, probably like 4, because we'll have to split up our next one, but
True.
this one is probably like 4 or 5 episodes.
Would you say this would be episodes 5 to 8?
Probably.
Probably.
That's a good estimate, I'd say.
It's almost like it's been labelled.
Perhaps. So until next time, everyone.
See ya.